In this video, we're going to turn this Rider of Rohan into Forlong the Fat. So before we start, my modelling skills and my painting skills aren't the greatest, but we're going to go through this step by step, hopefully inspire you to try something similar and to give it a go and see if you can get an even more polished result. So we start off with our Rider of Rohan. This is just a reclaim from eBay. I picked up quite a lot of these cheap just to make some Royal Guard, and this is a chap that's left over. And this is the ugly Morannon Orc who is going to sacrifice his head. Started off by trying to remove it with a blade, but it was fairly unsuccessful. Then tried the clippers, but it was just going to crush his head. So in the end went for a modelling saw, and that made short work of his neck. Next up, I just clipped off our rider's head, ready to receive his new orcish head transplant. Then, once that head was removed, it was just a case of sculpting on the first kind of general layer of that cloak and to cover up where the bow used to be on the rider. I then attached his head with a bit of green stuff and sculpted on the big bulging stomach and down onto the legs with some mail. This was created just by smoothing over a lump of green stuff over the general area and then putting little pinpricks in with the blade. I then hid the join of where his head was attached by putting on a big bushy beard, and that goes round the back to his hair as well. Next we went back to the Morannon Orc and just whipped off that arm so that there was a new arm to be holding the rails further out from his stomach than the original arm was. That arm was then attached, and the green stuff cloak was made bigger to fully cover the join. And then the spear was slightly reworked and a belt was added around the big tubby midriff. We then went back and just redid the cloak at the back, and we just tidied up the hair and made sure it married in better to the original hair. So that's the conversion finished. There'll be a little bit of tidying up to do and probably some little bits of filler, but we'll stop there and we'll let him dry and then get the paint on. Just while the green stuff cooks off on our conversion, I decided waste not, want not, and just knocked up this little objective marker from the donor orc, just so that his body can still be of use. The green stuff is cured overnight, so the models have both been painted. I hope you'll agree, they've come out all right. It's not the cleanest conversion in the world, but not bad for an hour one night and then an hour or so to paint up the following day. They've just been based in the nice, cheap and easy grit and sand and PVA, and then given a very quick paint job. I hope that you've enjoyed this conversion and enjoyed this video, and I hope that it's inspired you to create something yourself. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.